go. Shit.
I trust this will suffice.
God smiles upon the generous.
Oh, away with you! Back to your cesspit, beggar!
Good night.
Rest well.
Can I come in?
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
Well, you're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. So I just... Oh no, I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
You don't have to worry.
Oh, it's all right. You don't have to worry.
Pavel was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
It's a promise.
It's a promise.
All right. Promise? The next time I see you again, can you tell me more about the outside world?
This one's important.
Quest start. Promising returns. Maria is waiting for us to return home and regale her with tales of the strange and distant places we visit. No deadline for it.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa. So, thank you. I'll go to bed now.
Captain, may I have a moment?
Altenberg.
Good night.
Good night.
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out. Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now you risk your very life for this cause. 'Tis no easy burden. It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
Everyone's having thoughts. You truly are devoted to him.
You truly are devoted to him, aren't you?
I suppose I am at that. A guiding oath of 12 years is not easily cast aside. But that book... We met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
When you got me thrown out.
I remember your stunt getting me flung in the wastes.
Yeah.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another. So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned.
She's gonna read it.
Ah, you needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents. Yet I wonder, how could a simple book have possibly stunned them so? Do you mind if I read a passage or two? So, it is a fiction written as if a personal account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is decided. In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people. Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people. In this way, it is the people who are the land's true king. Quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts.
Such information.
Had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, 'tis not my place to say. I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good. Oh, I suppose 'tis not so bad to dream now and then. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My dearest dream, 'tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Oh, here we go. Movie time.
Judah!
Lady Judah! Faraway sky, blue and clear, echo my way.
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne! For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78th Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden!
Victory to Sanctifex Forden!
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Giddo!
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Crier! Where's Count Louise?
All right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering?
Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound.
Him? So he was one of Luis's men.
The fallen king embraced Sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power!
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Krauss. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden. Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea. Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Wow. this? I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
So, contestants, are you ready?
What? Blast, I say! Wait! Found your behave!
A land runner?
It's quick!
Wait, it's headed right for the...
It'll crash! Whoa!
What the heck is that?
Wonderful. So much for a first impression.
What ho? Isn't she a marvel, chums?
You don't! You nearly brought down the cathedral! Have a care, you fool. It was bad enough when Luis did it the first time. That feckless, shameless old fool.
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all. Right! I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen! Race across the land! Go! Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown! For the people, for the throne! Let the games begin!
We must take to the road.
Come on, come on! So fast! Better hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
It's incredible!
I ended up standing out more than I expected. I've gained a lot of interest, but I only consider this a part of my mission to aid the prince.
Just a sec!
Oh, what's with this thing? Is this our carriage?
Can you hear me?
So I just ran along the main road then? The others seem to be doing as much. You're just as crazy as this runner. I'll take the compliment, little lady. Now, let's have some coordinates for a little test run. What is happening right now?
Let's see.
We want to go to a place called Martura, Old Castle Town, I think. Should be a way south.
Wow!
Yeah, okay, Martura, here it is. Down to Martura, then, this cross legs. Oh, I say that'll be 4 days, 3 nights, about.
Oh.
4 days and 3 nights? It's a great deal faster than a carriage, and surely the roads will be safer at that kind of speed. By God! Now cinch those britches, chaps, full steam ahead to Martura, Old Castle Town.
This is amazing! I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft. I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me that? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her time to shine.
So this is what you use to talk with the driver? Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you.
Money? Fuck! I'm not in this for the money, boy. What I want is a little gusto. What do you think, lad? Isn't this a rush?
It is at that. Like riding the wind.
That's the ticket. It's been so long since I've had a good chinwag.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Yes, I can tell you're a sharp one. Where to, ladies? The world is our shellfish.
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation yet?
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite everything, he was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal family.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit excitable. Neurus? Are you there? I'm coming in. Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find you buried in your work.
It's too much to do.
As always. To business, then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage for me?
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom carriage? Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
Pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and naught else.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean, well,
"'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?"
I've deadlines to meet, dash it! Off with you now! Leave me be!
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you?
Whoa!
Good God. Is this a gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince? Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Nuras, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Yes. Right.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather excessive, isn't it? Did you really build this vehicle exactly to their orders? You cannot mean...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died, and... well, I couldn't just let the old girl waste away. A masterpiece like her? Collecting dust in storage? No! Unacceptable! Unthinkable! I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
You imbecile! Baloney, brazen court engineer, butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
Chill out.
Mercy, please! Look, take my head if you must, milady, but leave the value runner alone.
Look, this runner... it is fully operational now, is it? Then I suggest you cooperate, for both our sakes. Finish your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the Grand Cathedral as soon as you can.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own schemes?
'Tis no scheme. I would use it for His Highness's sake.
For His Highness, eh? Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across God knows where last I heard? So if you're back now and now you want a gauntlet runner for His Highness? Is His Highness still alive? That's it! I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists. The time has come to repay His mercy.
Understood.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom. quite probably the world.
I think. Maybe.
How encouraging.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you? Well, I presume you'd rather work together than have to walk, eh?
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
Sunburn. If we die together. What's wrong with this game? I think we can count on him.
I think we can count on him.
If you're sure, I suppose. We'll deal with it if we have to.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices. We're all in the same boat. Or runner, I guess.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and grease work. Just make sure you've got a proper plan for all this mess now.
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point. We do need to talk strategy.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Brilehaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children. Right?
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing. We just need to get Luis's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for justice.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being disqualified entirely. Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby Luis's. I do understand the intent. What do you think of this plan?
Sunburn. Sounds impossible. It's perfect. I trust all of you.
I trust all of you completely.
Completely.
Good enough for me. A captain's got to trust his crew, after all. The bounty's Heisme, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back...
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet, 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial demands a monster. Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant.
Close my eyes for a second. Fuck. Were they just talking? Oh man, I was like knocking out for a second.
Good enough for me. The bounty's Heismay, an XIII. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back.
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet, 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial demands a monster. Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant. Our fate rests in this plan of yours, Stroll.
I was like zoning out for a bit. What the hell is zoning out? I have to rehear that for a little bit. I got hella confused for a little bit. I stood there for like a minute. I stood there, my eyes were closed for like a minute.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
Okay.
Righto. Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the gauntlet runner. Even got a bathing room if you could use a wash.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no berry picnic. Oh no. It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels. And I'll not get past it without days on the road together. So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
I was zoning out for like a minute. In this conversation scene, like I almost zoned out. I almost like knocked out. I zoned out for like a minute, and I came back. Like my senses came back. I was like losing sense of I was losing my senses. For just a second.
He's certainly an eccentric, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. We'll get used to him. I suppose.
Go. The Gauntlet Runner. The Gauntlet Runner has various areas for different activities such as the strategy room, the lounge, and the kitchen. You can also visit Academia by finding more and interacting with them. Strategy room, lounge, kitchen. Let's visit the engine room first, take our time, and have a look around on your way there.
Oh yeah?
I've never been in a Gauntlet Runner. Kind of want to see what the engine room is like. The runner makes a smooth ride, at least. Eccentricities aside, he certainly earned his title as court engineer. That said, I'm more concerned with its unseen workings. I do hope he hasn't made any dubious additions. Dubious. A carriage can't begin to... How's the music? Not too loud? What? A carriage can't begin to compete with a gauntlet runner's speed. I suppose they've earned their reputation. That I'm in constant fear of losing my lunch is far from ideal. But once I'm used to it, I'm sure the journey will be pleasant. Wow, this is quite the gauntlet runner, though the driver makes me a little nervous.
What now?
12 midnight, past midnight for you. Yo. How's the day been? There's a map showing the area surrounding our destination, Artura. So we look at the map.
Let's see.
I wonder where we're at right now.
Let's see.
It's a campground.
Let's see.
That's the first camp on the route to Martura from Grand Chat.
We'll face danger here. Let's see. Let's
see.
The Nord Mines. Yeah, we can't go there. Can't do anything really.
But which one?
Just there. Toilet? Not now, there are more pressing matters at hand. Washroom? Wow, so this room's made for bathing? Can we really just hop in mid-ride and take a real bath? Now that I could get used to. I call first step.
Hey!
Where are you just going to stride up and strip nude? Where do you think you are? Unacceptable.
You're really?
It's a bathing room. Oh, not to mention no running water yet. Working on it.
Damn.
Unacceptable. I didn't get a notification for your stream this time for some reason, so I thought you just finally went to sleep. Then I looked at my homepage and saw you live. Dang, darn. God damn it. Goddamn fucking YouTube. That's all good. Damn, it does the same thing to me for the stuff I follow, you know. There are a lot of books lined up. Yeah, they are. I like books. I need to get back into reading a little bit more. It's been lacking. I like graphic novels. I like novels, I like books. Cloth-covered device? There's some sort of strange device wrapped in cloth. Looks like one of Neura's inventions in the making. Back deck. That's the back deck. Oh, I need to pick up the map.
Alright then.
Okay, so... Wait, did I come through there? I didn't check this room though.
Got it.
Cooking table. It's a kitchen. I can prepare meals here. Yeah, this is the kitchen. Hulkenberg said that most things are edible if you put them over a fire, but is that really true?
Got it. Got it.
Washing area. You have to wash your dishes properly, but being that water is a precious resource, that actually goes double. It's stocked with food suitable for a long journey. I would prefer to cook it first before eating. Okay. Oh my god, I was zoning out for a second. I was zoning out for a second. Camera got super close to the main character's face. It was a good day, but busy, so I'm pretty tired already. Work? Like work busy? Or like study? Like studying for school busy? There's some pristine clear water and Morocone meat. I wonder who left them here. I could use these for cooking. Some pristine clear water. Oh yeah, okay. Cool. Take this. Go down into room, into room. I wanna go up here. Yeah, the back deck. Check it out. This is all self-generating. Cloth cover barrel. Beneath this cloth there seems to be a big barrel. I wonder what it's used for. Yo, you see this? Very immersive. Makes the player feel like they're always moving. Like the whole ship's moving from the moment like you're out or in. Or the moment you're in and going out. Still shaking. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
What now?
Can I save? Yeah, I think I can save. Good. That sucks. YouTube didn't. That's pretty lame that YouTube didn't notify you. Yo, I noticed after Armor Core stream that I've reached 300 subs. It was there was like two people from watching that from playing Armor Core. one of the subs, the Dan camper, like subbed to me in the past like 4 hours. And somebody else, the other dude that was here earlier. I hit a milestone. I gained 100 subs in the past like 9 months. That's under a year. Like, holy shit. I didn't realize I gained like at least 100 plus. At least. I've gone at least 100 plus this year. I went from reaching 200 and then going to 300. Crazy. Alright, I already went back there. Pantry, I went to pantry. That's the door. This door must lead to the end of the gauntlet runner. It's locked, sadly, to prevent accidental entry. Sir, the cockpit. There's busy stuff like stopping at stores, had to visit some family, a lot of walking and talking and stuff. Okay. Shit like that. There he is, he's fighting. He's driving it. Look at that. Oh, cool. Nah, I'm super lit. Sounds lit. Sounds lit. Okay, now maybe I'll check the cockpit. I can go up here.
All right then.
God, I'm starting to feel it. Starting to feel a little cuckoo. Starting to feel that wave of cuckoo-ness. What am I saying? What is that? Like a paint symbol? I have to get down to the engineering room. Check the cockpit. The cockpit appears to be above here. Mind the roof, lad. Why want you to go? Why aren't you going overboard? Perhaps I should stay away from for now. Okay, now we're gonna go below. Washing machine. A machine that does laundry handmade by Nura. Seems there's nothing in it at the moment. Okay. Oh, the engine room. Wonder what makes this thing run.
Hello?
First time on a gauntlet runner, eh? Whoa, that scared me. Looks like that pipe's in here too. Call the runner phone. There's one in every room. Now, I believe I heard you speculating on the old girl's inner workings. Gauntlet runners use magnet Gauntlet runners use mag crystals as fuel to run, you see. They use magnet crystals. It used to be you take your life in your hands when you travel the wilds. Then, thanks to the kingdom's greatest minds, the Gauntlet Runner was born. The runner's actual legs are based on a colossal beast, made for zero momentum loss, even on the roughest terrain. Among other things, I've modified this craft with a bit more zip and speed. I had to step closer to my dream. What dream? Long story, my girl. Best told to a captive audience with no plans for the next few days. at nights. Never mind that. Maybe some other time. Anyway, still plenty about the old girl that's a work in progress. Time. Oh my god, I'm losing like my spot. Anyway, still plenty about the old girl that's a work in progress. But by the time I'm done, she'll have some new tricks. You just watch, okay? It'll be sunset before long, so start thinking about bedding down for the night. Can't run in the dark, and the old girl needs her rest as much as we do. Gauntlet Runner activities. You will continue toward your destination while spending time on the Gauntlet Runner. Utilize its facilities to obtain items or raise abilities, or do other things you wouldn't be able to do in town. Try using kitchen, reading books at the bookshelf, or using the washing machine. More activities will become available for time. You can also spend time with your allies while traveling, which may help to improve your virtues. At the end of the day, the choice is yours. Now it's giving me choice. Now it's giving me the choice to do whatever on the ship, and I now have free roam. Finally. Igniter? Large igniter. A magic igniter, enormous compared to those used by the army. If I recall correctly, it uses magnet crystals as fuel. I've never seen an igniter like this before. What the hell? Did I go over here?
Come on!
This weird tool is actually a cleaning igniter that narrows modifier to create wind that collects dust. Pretty nifty. I know it's hard, but all the lifting and bending over sure to strengthen your legs. Yeah. God damn. Congrats on 300 subs. The variety of games probably helps, because even if they're just looking for one game like how I found your channel. Right, I'm playing like a range of them, so it could be anybody looking. I guess it gives me more of that chance of somebody, you know, coming through. Right. If I clean the Gauntlet Runner, my max HP will increase. Really? Just by cleaning it? Increase your max HP. Okay, not now.
Got it.
That might not be worth it. You don't want to do it now? Gotcha. That's gonna take my time. Right here tells you what players actually did. So 100% people either slept, just went to sleep, cooked a meal, did the laundry, cleaned the runner, or read from the bookshelf. It's like, is that all there is to do, I guess, for now? No, it's fine, but that's like all there is. Okay. Okay.
All right then.
Let's go.
Fuck. I'm dozing right in front of the washing machine. I'm dozing. Oh my god, bro. Well, 34. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. keeps getting me. He keeps like sneaking up on me. He's sneaking up.
All right then.
Oh, this dude.
This?
Watching close in case something extends the mind too. Max. Oh, doing laundry will take my mind off things, increasing my max MP. Oh,
Understood.
I like the look of the game. It's very Atlas. Very Atlas. Yeah, same developers. Yeah, same developers. I'm sure you know. I'm sure you already know. Very Atlas. Oh wait, do they have different conversation now? They do.
Speaking of,
Nora said he got the kitchen up and running. If you're hungry, would you fancy a meal? I hardly consider myself a chef. I have any great skill, but Stroll said he wanted to try some of the recipes he learned at the Hushed Honeybee. Okay. This one, dude, I'm fucking tired. I feel drunk. Drink?
I'm sorry.
I'll survive. I can handle the swaying of a carriage, but it's another beast. Seems I'll need to learn to endure it. Oh, he's like motion sickness. He's getting motion sickness for how much it moves. I must suck getting motion sickness. Really. So I already talked to both of them. I can't reach the cockpit yet. Oh my god. I'm trying to stick with reality right now. And trying to stick with it. Like I have the choice now. It's afternoon in the game. Like there's a daytime. There's a daytime period of the game. There's always some daytime period and a nighttime period. So I have a choice. To do something.
Let's see. Let's see.
We're on the way. Alright, talk to everybody. I think I'll read a book. Read a book.
What now?
I've never played, I never beaten like a Persona game. I've never played one, I think. I see my brother play them a bunch, but this is gonna be like my first like actual beating a game that's by Atlas. That bookshelf is lined with interesting books. The books I could read are New World Travel Diary, Pride and Persuasion. New World Travel Diary. This appears to be a fictional chronicle of a boy's journey in a fanciful place called the New World. I haven't started reading it yet. Seems like a book that will really explain the mind. Once you read it together, over by the window. If I read this book, I may gain my imagination. Yeah. Dude, did you not just go to sleep? I thought you just wanted to make it through the day to fix your sleeping. The fire's over, you won. I know. I may get more imagination. Shall we spend some time reading this book? Read the book. be honest with you, I realized something. I'm gonna try to get through this part real quick. There are so many things in this world which, very simply, I don't understand. It's always like games like this that make me knock out. It's just these kind of games that make you just so stationary. And I'm like passing out reading it. Like I'm blacking out and coming back. There are so many things in this world which very simply I don't understand. There are so many things I've learned since we started traveling together. You've matured. What am I gonna say? You've matured, yeah.
Now we're talking.
You've really matured.
What?
What are you saying? That I was immature before? It's not like you knew any more about the world than I did. Oh, enough. Enough, Calica. Hey, Ronsenberg. I know this time we're traveling for our mission, but if all goes well, I want to go on another journey where I'm free to do what I want. Where I'm free to do what I want? Why does she want to be so bossy? Man, Calica won't be so bossy. You're a goddamn fairy. Tinkerbell. Yeah, annoying Tinkerbell. Sounds like fun. Maybe I'll write a book about it. I hear you. No, I do not hear you. How about... Yeah, maybe I'll write a book about it. Go fuck.
So then...
Should I write a book about our travels?
Sweet!
Good idea. Just make sure to include me as a co-author, alright? Of course, if I want to contribute further to whatever you do in the future, I'll have to keep working hard. Well, can you think of anything I can do to help you out? You're already helping me plenty. You already do plenty for me.
What?
Really? Oh, hearing that makes me happy. Like she doesn't hear it enough. Especially since I don't have to do anything more to keep you satisfied. She's such a buddy. This conversation kind of went off in a unique direction, huh? Let's keep reading the book for a bit. It describes a new world. If a place other than this really exists, I'd like to visit someday. I feel like my imagination has expanded after conjuring up various ideas together with Calica.
Alright.
Oh really? You've done Persona 3 and 4? Some of the only RPGs that I really got into. Nice. Oh, sweet. Right on. I haven't played any of them. I've seen like some gameplay. Seeing my brother start some of the new ones. I don't know them too much. There's still more left to read in the book. In this book, I'll pick up from where next time. I'll pick up from here next time.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon, and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
I like the little segments where Morris is narrating. Desert camp. Oh, so much story. I'm gonna knock out soon. Establishing an encampment. At night, the vast wilderness... Oh, look, it just turned dark. At night, the vast wilderness outside town is ensconced in darkness. Forcing your way through the unmarked terrain is very dangerous. Even with a stalwart gauntlet runner. Instead, establish camp somewhere safe. You can resume your travels the next morning. While at an encampment, you can use any of the facilities on the Gauntlet Runner like usual, but you can also reminisce about the journey with your allies. Give it a try. 3 days until we reach Martura. Our first time camping in the Gauntlet Runner. I'm kinda excited, but it'll be a long night, so why not spend some time relaxing with someone? Phew, I didn't realize how long it's been since we took a well-earned break. Hey, what are you trying to do here? Supporters? Doesn't seem like anybody has anything important to say. Recent runner activities?
Did you know?
You know there are all kinds of books different from yours on the shelf in the lounge? I think it's good to expand your horizons. Can't just read your favorite novel over and over again, can ya? It's good to read, like, fiction and non-fiction. Oh, never mind.
What now?
Save real quick.
Your thoughts?
Oh, how was the ride? Well, how was that ride? Smooth as butter, luxurious as a palace, awe-inspiring, hair-jerking. Absolutely. Wahaha! This rider's such a guilty pleasure. No credit where it's due. My tinkering certainly helped me make her what she is. No full disclosure. That's all thanks to a little mechanism I whipped together that keeps her legs from sinking into the dunes. Wouldn't have to worry about the terrain if she could just fly, but that's a story for another day. Off you go, better get your boarding winks. He's so awesome to talk to. Funny guy. Got away with words. Very colorful vocabulary. They're all worth talking to for a bit. Everybody, every character. Check campfire. There were insects gathering by the campfire.
Yep.
Oh, apparently you can eat these bugs. Well, according to Hulkenberg, anyway. I should try and catch one. I caught one of the bugs gathered by the campfire. When it's my turn to cook, I should use it as an ingredient.
Hey.
Hey, are you looking for something to do? My weapons are as sharp as they're going to get, and I'm not up to much. Care to keep me company for a while? By recalling the past and planning for the future with Stroll, maybe I can own my imagination. Should I spend time talking with Stroll? Not right now.
I see.
Oh, that's alright. Like, wait. I want to see if I can get back in this. Get back in the ship. Get back in the Gauntlet Runner. I'll do I could. I'm always exploring before doing the next thing.
All right then.
I'm gonna hang out with Hulkenberg.
Well met.
Oh, well met. I don't suppose you're as overburdened with free time as I am. I'm certainly no stranger to traveling, but I've no idea how to spend idle hours. if the idea appeals, might we talk a bit? Just say you want to talk. Just gotta be so pretty with their words. By recalling the past and planning for the future with Hulkenberg, maybe I can own my imagination. Should I spend time talking with Hulkenberg? Talk with Hulkenberg. This power we've awoken to. I've all sorts of questions, but what I really find curious are these forms we take on. Each has their unique aspects, but one bit they all have in common is their armor-like appearance. What do you make of that? It's cool. That's great. It's bizarre. It's fucking cool.
Certainly.
I think it looks cool, you know.
I see.
I do find the austerity of the designs intriguing, but I was not speaking of how they look, per se. Austerity? I don't even know that word. It sounds like it's relating to authenticity. Sounds like more like an adjective. Talking about the designs. Austerity. In my opinion, the armor encloses the raging forces within us, allowing us to direct that power as one directs a horse by its reins. It is said people lose their magic because they refuse to confront their fears and anxieties, forever unaware of that power lurking within them. You become hollow. Is that not then the very condition to awaken our slumbering power? Also, hence why it is so exhausting and why it cannot be maintained for long. It does take a lot of energy out of them. The ravenous appetite I had afterwards is proof we do well to practice diligence maintaining our food reserves. Hulkenberg and I talked about things to come. I feel like my imagination increased.
All right.
Oh, let's go. It's getting quite late, but we've a ways to go yet, so I would very much like to continue chatting with you. She's so polite. Hulkenberg and I, Ronsenberg, talked for a while.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Early morning, the next day.
Good morning.
Top of the morning to you, my dear passengers. I trust that the sleeping quarters more than exceeded your expectations, eh? That's what he sounds like. They were better than I feared, considering how tiny they are. But I've got a question of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number on this runner? My boy, remember who maintains this rugged girl? Never a grain of sand could fit between her seams, I assure you. Regardless, we'll be leaving these service dunes behind tomorrow. God, it's so fluid in reading.
I knew it!
Wow, runners really are neat, aren't they? A carriage would never be able to get through the desert this fast. But, just keep an eye on the road, okay, Neris? afternoon, same day. We'll arrive in Martura in 2 days, huh? Oh, excuse me. Well, we could still explore, hang it out. Yeah, we could. So there's 2 more days. 2 more days before. Before reaching our location. Hey.
All right, then.
World map.
Where to?
Talk again. Wait.
All right, then.
Engine room. There's nothing to do there. Before I head out with Wolkenberg again. Montenberg, you've come at the perfect moment. I was just thinking I'd ponder some battle strategies over my game board. An abstract game of military aspects. Military tactics, you see. Care to indulge me in a round? Playing a game with Wolkenberg will raise my wisdom. Seems kind of fun, doesn't it? How about playing a game? Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Now let us begin. I shall give and expect no quarters, shall we?
If so...
She's fun to hang out with. If that's how you plan to make your advance, then. I can't make any more moves. That's the match. I learned quite a bit from that match. I believe we would both benefit from continued practice. This game affords me the opportunity to visualize strategies all on my own. What if an enemy came at me from such an angle? How would I retaliate? And so on and so forth.
I'd say...
I once failed in my duty to protect His Highness, the Prince. At that time, I was but a novice, a new addition to the Royal Guard. I lacked the experience needed to properly assume the role.
That's why.
'Tis for that reason that I now train both my body and mind so thoroughly, as I have vowed to never let such a thing occur once again. He remembers being very weak. She's so strong now. That's impressive. You're so strong. You've endured so much pain. No, I don't want to get soppy with her. Since you're tough.
Well then.
You're so strong, Hulkenberg.
No.
I am nothing of the sort. My body bears the scars of my myriad weaknesses. That said, 'tis quite a pleasure to speak so freely with you. I find comfort in knowing that I may share my feelings with a compatriot. If we find success in this endeavor and create a country where all can truly live equally, I hope to serve as a knight captain, passing down what knowledge I can to a new generation. I will speak not just of tactics, but of all my experiences on this journey, my victories, and of course, my failures too. They count. They're part of the experience. And in so doing, I would see the Royal Guards elevated to new heights. I hope. It's a great plan. Sounds fucking great. I don't want to tell somebody you can do it. I know they can do it. They know that I know they can do it. That's a great plan. You just agree with them. That's a great fucking plan. You fucking do it.
Well,
that's a great plan. I'm on board.
Yes.
Well, should such a starry-eyed wish come true, I shall tell them much of you, our captain. They sometimes make these dialogues rhyme like without trying. Such a position is certainly not one most could adapt to, much less succeeded, given the circumstances of our fight. And I must say, you wear the role well. You wear the role well. 'Tis hard to believe it's your first foray into such responsibility. Perhaps you've a natural talent for it. Though to call it talent is a disservice. Whatever higher calling you have, I can only be as I am now because of you. Now, you honor someone, really. You honor me. No, whatever higher calling you have, I can only be as I am now because of you. Wow. Such a comradeship, companionship. You're exaggerating. That's a little too much from you, Hulkin. Anyone could be captain. No, not anyone could be captain. I have to take that back. Takes a special kind of person. A special will. I don't want to be that modest. I'll just be straightforward and tell her what she's doing. You honor me. It's like, such praise from an eye is quite an honor.
True.
'Twas you and Galka that set the cogs of this journey in motion. I think there's some significance to you being the captain, in my humble opinion. You have my gratitude. After crossing the proverbial swords with you, I feel that I am one step closer to realizing my dream. I felt wisdom grow after listening to Hulkenberg's advice.
Alright.
Getting more informed.
Alright.
Now then, shall we continue our discussion on tactics? There were some blunders you can avoid next time. For example, when a piece moves here, you should do this and do that. Hulkenberg and I, Ronsenberg, dueled on the board for a while. Gain some mag.
I say, we could stop for a break.
Ahoy! Break time, chums. There's something up ahead, so I'll be stopping there.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy, a resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magma, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magma surrounding the tree. The gauntlet runner comes to a stop at its base.
Here we are. Shall we get a closer look? Oh wow, it's so pretty. Gallica, get the bong. Stroll, get the weed. Hulkenberg, get the lighter and the wick. and the driver nearest can get us more weed. He can go on a drive to get us more weed. Oh wow, it's so pretty. It's not just the leaves. It's as though the whole area has been painted red.
Certainly.
Look at her hair. Her hair blends in perfectly. So saturating. This place calls to mind a picture book I read as a child. It told of a great tree located somewhere within the country, whose colors shifted to foretell unusual events in the times ahead. Wow. How exactly would a tree foretell the future? And how does a plant grow this huge in the middle of a desert? I'm not sure if this explains it, but I am sensing an incredible amount of magma in the air here. If your hypothesis is correct, then that would make this no mere tree. No sir, but a magical organism that feeds off magma. As a matter of scientific research, I must document this discovery. Neris pulled a sheet of paper and a brush from his pocket and began to draw the landscape in front of him.
Hey.
Wow, Neris. How did you get so good at drawing? Ah, my boy. Meticulous documentation is the foundation of all good research. There you have it. I'm finished here. Take it as a keepsake. You're giving it to me? You sure I can have this?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. I've already committed it all to the safety of my mind. I have no need for the sketch itself anymore. Tree of Prophecy drawing. Yeah, okay. I received Neris' research picture. The drawing is intricately detailed and could accurately convey the full majesty of this place to a viewer who has never been here.
Hey there!
Hey, why don't we give that to Maria? I bet she'd love to see something from our journey, and we could tell her a story about this place. We could. The next time we're in Graditrad, I should give this drawing to Maria. Huh. A magical organism in the form of a tree. Say, aren't fairies in the same classification? Precisely. Gallica is a most precious treasure as well. I've been observing her very closely, which has given me great insight into my own research into flight.
Huh?
What? You've been observing me this whole time? I don't recall you asking. So knock it off.
However,
turning your attention back to the tree, I've heard that it tints itself blue to herald the arrival of favorable developments. I wonder what manner of anomaly its currently colored portends. Like, what does the red mean right now? We took a brief detour, but I feel that seeing that rare sight has broadened my wisdom. I don't want to leave. I don't want to go. I just want to stay. I want time to stop right here. I don't want to keep getting older. I think doesn't Persona 3 have its dark moments? Yeah, that one's dark. I've seen my brother play that one. It has such a good vibe to it, being in the school. Yeah, that's the one where it's blue theme. Yeah, I see my brother play the remake of 3. He has it. He's got the 3 remake. He tells me a little bit about the story. Like, it's darker. It's about like a character that gets kind of like harassed in school. It's about like a bullying, and it's about the main character protecting somebody for that. The main character kind of got pinched in a way. Like, all the main characters are kind of pinched in some way. I think that was more... I think that was more 4. I think I'm 4 or 5, one of those. Yeah. I need to get around those too. 'Cause I enjoy the art. I enjoy the story. I enjoy the characters. This is such a beautiful little segment apart for everyone just chilling. It's very self-reflective. It's too nice. It's very nice. Very. Just absorbing myself at the moment. Such a tearjerker. I'm gonna get some water when I come back. I'm gonna leave everything on for like a minute. I'm gonna get some water. It's getting good. It's only gonna get better. This is the game that gets better and better. It's got a lot of heart. You know, you're gonna find yourself crying like a few times playing it. Are you crying with me too? Are you crying with me too? No, I'm okay. Okay. Doesn't this make you feel something? Doesn't this make you feel something? I'll be right back again. Long water's all warm. I'm back. Cheers, mate. I'm gonna light up a bowl real quick. I'm gonna light up a bowl too. So I'm just gonna chill here for a bit. Care to join? Care to match? It's past midnight and we're not going to sleep yet. I wasn't expecting this part. I forgot this was here. I saw my brother like play some of this. Like I watched him play out most of this part from the time they left the capital to like where they're gonna go at a moment. My brother bought this game, so I've been watching him play like some of it like further than me. He's much further than me. I gotta catch up. Like I wanna catch up to my brother. It's not bad as far. I gotta make it to the finish line. And this song only sounds like good memories. It's so melancholy. I'm gonna switch the audio. Switch audio real quick. before I find like the piano, like the notes, like the like a video of that, you know. Not very far. Like the teams just got their ride, and when the team just gets their ride, you know that's just like the beginning of their journey altogether. Those three are barely getting to know the driver, the older guy, Neris. But there's more characters, there's more people like bound to show up that they'll like eventually win over, you know. He's gonna have his like own little squad. His band of heroes, his revolutionaries. There's a demo of it. Xbox might have it too. You're allowed to play to like a certain point, but you can definitely stretch out the gameplay like by going to a certain dungeon, which I did. Like I grinded a lot in the demo, and I mean the demo is free for everybody, and that was such a smart choice for them, for Alice. I think it got a lot of people that weren't really familiar with Persona, or kind of intimidated and what game to start, and you know, just because it's such like a big series and they're long games. Metaphor was taking like the fantasy approach, and definitely brought in more of a crowd for them, because it strays away from Persona. Persona is like all school Shinigami theme, you know. Whereas Metaphor is fantasy. Fantasy meets reality, or reality meets fantasy. It's kind of like the theme of it. So, as the game progresses, like we'll be coming back to the book. There's something important about the book that the main character holds. A book that belongs to the prince. The prince is the main character's friend, and right now the prince is like in a deep slumber. That's why it shows him when the next day goes over. It shows that prince, he's still slumbering with this dark spell over him. It's up to this trio to lift that and restore kingdom to its rightful heirs that are still in danger. So eventually they're gonna bring him out of that danger. I think shit's gonna get real at that point. The world has like themes of like racism, like discrimination, inequality, like between tribes, and it's got like themes of freedom, like unity. All the anime tropes, you know. This one's really like it really has the theme of anyone can be the king. Like it's like a race. I know it feels like a race to reach good. a race between light and darkness, pretty much. Yeah, you're probably hella tired. I'm probably gonna save up then. Save up soon. Well, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for chilling. Thanks for chilling with me. Had a fun session. Honestly. We're knocked out. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here.
Alright.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders, as darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself. Monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a Gauntlet Runner. The party, secure in their Gauntlet Runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
Oh, of course would have joined the start, but YouTube didn't say nothing. Right. Just keep checking. Whenever, you know, whenever. You'll find me mostly on. Just keep checking whenever and you'll find me mostly on. Most likely. We'll be in Martura the day after tomorrow. I wonder what kind of place Martura is. I had like 3 bowls. I had like 3 bowls of bud. So I think I'll save it right here. Talk to Hulkenberg real quick. But yeah, I'll see you around. Get some rest, and I'll get some too.
Speaking of,
Excellent timing. I've just heard something that caught me rather by surprise. After our car to Grand Trad was beset by bandits and you were thrown out, you walked the desert to reach the city.
your thoughts?
Such a vast empty expanse. An easy land to get lost in, I'm sure. Well, I had Gallica. The Cathedral guided with me. Did they? I don't know.
Fair point.
Of course, you no need to worry with her at your side. I suppose that's why she's been tasked with the role of messenger.
So?
Well, in the event that you ever find yourself lost in the wild, let me offer my own advice. Search for the first star. That star moves to the west in the evening, and to the east at night. Time and time again, it helped correct my path in my journey to find His Highness. Still, I must say, I did not expect to return to a life on the road. It will be a long journey. See you next time, and yes, for God's sake, get some sleep. Take care of yourself. Thanks. I did not expect to return to a life on the road. It will be a long journey yet. Perhaps we better rest while we can. Right? Even Hulkenberg is saying so. Should not expect life on the road. I'm gonna save it right here. I'll talk to him when I load back into this game.
What now? What now?
Sister, what now? Or leaving the game. Alright. See ya around. 3, 2, 1, bye.